Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, I'm very excited to share with you. You may have noticed that our filming location has changed today. Things are a bit different. I'm actually home for a little bit during the summer, and I had the fortune, the opportunity, and the privilege to welcome my first ever guest on this program to my show, visiting my esteemed cousin who has just graduated from high school. He'll be attending the University of Charlotte. Was that North Carolina, Charlotte, I believe? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm an East Coast guy. But we're all very proud of him, and I'm excited to welcome him as a guest to this program today with an item that he has so graciously brought into our presence. Everyone, this is my cousin Leo. Can't you see the resemblance? We're related. Yeah, I'm actually 5% Mayan Indian. He got the other 95%.
That is true.
Today's product, I'm happy to announce, brought forth by my cousin Leo, is the esteemed new product, Sprite Tea. I don't know if you can see that. See, the font is so massive that they've got it taking up the entire can, basically. You can't even read it in one go, even from a distance. I mean, so obviously legibility wasn't their main concern, but they're going for kind of a cool font here. I personally am a fan of Arnold Palmer's, which have you had an Arnold Palmer before?
I have.
Lemonade plus tea. So I'm sort of anticipating maybe that this will give us sort of a similar vibe to something like that. So I'm excited to see it. Maybe it'll be an inspired choice, but I don't know. You're going to be judged heavily because this is the first fan submission that we've ever had.
Yes.
So
Low calories.
I'm giving you the thumb screws if this doesn't work out. But I'm sure it'll be good.
Hopefully.
I'm sure it'll be good.
I thought long and hard. I was working one day at my grocery store, and I had 3 elderly come in, and they had a bottle of that. Not a can, but a bottle.
3 elderly.
Yes. 3 elderly. They
women or men?
It's just.
Or I don't know. I don't know if the elderly do it. It could have been non-binary, I guess.
Could have been. It could have been. It was just a person walked in, and I checked them out, and they had 3 bottles.
So it must be pretty good. That's the seal of approval from the North Carolina elderly. So anyway, why don't you, you said you have the receipt for these. So I believe you purchased a 12-pack of these. So, they care very much about the consumer information. So why don't you go ahead and read off the receipt. What's the information that we got on this Sprite?
So it's a digital receipt from Walmart. I don't know if you guys can see, but I bought 3 fans. Anyway, that's not important. The total for the 12-pack was fairly cheap, $7.92. It is indeed a 12-pack. It is Sprite and tea, lemon lime and tea flavored soda. Yeah, that's pretty much what the receipt tells me. Nothing else. I think everything else is on the can. If you want to read the cans, I know you're good at reading the calories and the artificials and all that nonsense. That's what you're really good at. I'm not the best. You're able to ship it, pick it up, or have it delivered to you via Walmart app. And that's very convenient, I would say. So for the plus size who are lazy and don't want to leave their house, they have the option to deliver it or have it shipped to them.
No, we don't fat shame on this program. I want to clarify, but I do think that it is important to mention the convenience in how you can pick up this product in multiple ways. Now, I don't know if it's just a Walmart exclusive, or if you can get it at something like a Harris Teeter,
you can,
or a Food Lion.
You can. Where I work at a Harris Teeter, which is pretty much the Kroger of North Carolina.
Right.
But we do have the option of delivering, shipping,
yeah,
and you can come and pick it up.
I'm a bit of a Kroger man myself, and when I'm on the East Coast with the rest of my with the rest of my all the people I involve myself with, we go to a Star Market or a Morton Williams or whatever. So anyway, I know all of you go goo-goo goo goo gaga, like your little babies for the nutrition facts there. So there you can see them. So there's some important things to say. I mean, this is a soda, a pop, as I would usually say. I mean, this is our second pop on the program.
Or as the people from the UK, if I remember this correctly, they call them fizzy drinks.
Fizzy drinks, yeah. Yeah. What do you call steak? Chewy meat? Come on, man. Jeez. Think of some original names. Anyway, so yeah. Whatever you call it, whatever you call your carbonated high fructose corn syrup beverage, whatever. This is one of them. Sprite with tea. So I don't know if you've ever had Sprite. Obviously lemon lime flavored. Obviously tea. Speaking of the British, throw some tea in there. It gets you going. So as for the nutrition facts, conveniently serving size is 1 can. I mean, it's a 12-ounce can. What do you expect? 140 calories for it. Honestly, not bad. There's no fat. I'd be a little concerned if there was. But the only thing really of note, it is 37 grams of included sugar, which is 13% your daily value of carbs, which in a vacuum isn't necessarily bad, but 74% the recommended daily value of added sugar if you're on the FDA's recommended 2,000 calorie diet. I don't know how trustworthy the FDA is going to continue to be with the new DOGE budget cuts, so I would keep an eye out for any potential changes. I think you might need to start taking this stuff with a grain of salt. But in the meantime, I think you're good to trust the nutrition facts on the back of these highly consumed and anticipated consumer products. Regardless, if it's 74% your daily value of sugar, if it's 10% your daily value of sugar, as with all things, drink in moderation is my recommendation. No caffeine in this, which is interesting. So that's good. That's good. And as always, if you want consumer information, if you're interested in learning more, you can call 1-800-438-2653. That's the Coca-Cola Company consumer call line for in Atlanta, Georgia. So anyway, why don't we go ahead and open one up?
So you're saying this is a good late night beverage?
I think it could be a good late night beverage. Not if you're studying, but no caffeine in it. If you want to have a tasty drink, you can go to sleep afterward. It won't cause you any problems. All right, listen to that fizz. I made a bit of a faux pas in one of my previous videos when I poured the soup and it went all over my table. See, look at that. Look at that. If you were like a little visually impaired, you might mistake that for a delicious brew. I mean, that's all the way up there to the rim. My goodness. All right, I got a little big and greedy and poured an entire one for myself. So here we go. Here's one for you. We did get the 12-pack after all. So we're going hog wild tonight. That is divine. Oh my. Also, I know I didn't mention it earlier. I'm a little sheepish. This man also has a couple of big slobbery hounds, and they slobbered all over my shirt. They pulled it all cattywampus, and now I'm looking a little disheveled. But nothing a little Sprite Tea can't fix. Wow.
It's got a flavor.
If you're a fan of Arnold Palmer's, this doesn't really taste anything like that.
Not one bit. I can't decide whether it's good or bad? I'm gonna go first and let him go after me about my opinion. When it first hit my tongue palate, I got a blast of tea. Not so much Sprite, but just tea itself. Very fizzy tea. And it shocked me. Because I don't really expect tea to be that busy. But as I kept drinking, the lemon lime flavor slowly progressed. And it hits you in waves, per se. Tea, lemon lime, tea, lemon lime, tea. But in my opinion, I don't think it was evenly dispersed among the flavors. I think they put too much tea and left out their signature lemon lime flavor.
I would tend to agree with that cogent, well put together assessment. I think whoever, the Coca-Cola company, they're the ones that produced it. Whoever produced it, but the Coca-Cola company produced it. And I think they put extra gas bubbles in that because, boy, is that causing a ruckus in my intestines. But in terms of taste, I would say that it tasted kind of watered down to me. I got sort of a diluted Sprite flavor because Sprite doesn't taste like lemonade. It tastes like Sprite. And that's one of the things that you really like about an Arnold Palmer, right? And so I think when you catch lightning in a bottle with a celebrity like Arnold Palmer, who you know, just kind of out of happenstance, you come up with this beloved new beverage because it's something that he likes to drink, right? He's not necessarily going out into the highways and byways and, you know, all along, you know, the campaign trail. He's not canvassing at houses, you know, all up and down the Atlantic seaboard, right? Like, he's just golfing and drinking tea and lemonade because he likes it, right? He's not trying to come up with a product to sell to people and get them to make all kinds of money. You know, this is just what he does. So I think when you're a company like Sprite and you come in and you say, hey, I want to ride that wave. I'll bring a similar profile with this product that I heavily advertise and associate with things like sports, you know, or whatever, or like lifestyle, right? You know, I try to sort of ride the wave of the hype of the Arnold Palmer thing. Like, listen, I know the elderly of North Carolina love it. You know, obviously there's a market for it, but I'm left wondering who asked for this. In some ways,
I have
you know?
a hypothesis per se. Arnold Palmer. If I remember correctly, he was a major golfer. I think. Can you fact check me on that? Was he good? Was he a golfer?
Yeah.
And we are in the city of Pinehurst, which is where the PGA was hosted last year. Literally 5 minutes from where I live. I think that Sprite and tea collabed because we hosted the PGA, and now that it is summertime and we have all these...
Yeah, that's probably why.
We have all these people flying in to play golf. They're like, let's fancy this up. A lot of people that play golf like to drink fizzy drinks. They like to have their teas or Arnold Palmers. So they said, let's do our own thing and make tea and Sprite for these golfers when they fly in to play golf here.
That's an interesting thought right there, you know?
Because...
Are they trying to get Jordan Spieth, Phil Mickelson? I think he's with LIV, I don't know. But are they trying to get all these new wave golfers to emulate Arnold Palmer?
Well, I can tell you one thing. When I walked into Walmart to find this specific items, I saw people check it out at Harris Teeter. I can tell you there was none at Harris Teeter, which means...
Wow, so it's a popular thing.
So, which means it's either gone. And when I went to Walmart there were tons and tons of cases of Sprite and tea, and very little regular Sprite.
Yeah. Wow. So I think the big takeaway from this, if you're going, in my mind, to try to come up with a new product inspired by the lifestyle of a golfer, then you need to transfer to the new golfing lifestyle. I think what you need to do, I think we need to start beating through the bushes and everything and going out and trying to get one of these companies, one of these big consumer product companies. We need Anheuser-Busch or whatever. We need, in honor of John Daly, a Budweiser cigarette. Go find it. Or if you're a new wave golfer that does the smokeless stuff, Budweiser's in. Something like that. Go make it. Go do it. And now, one last final item. I'm not a big salad guy.
No.
But I've been exposed to this thing called M&M salad. And in my mind, the M&M salad is the platonic ideal of salad. Because it doesn't have any of those stupid leafy greens. It just has M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, and
peanut fudge M&Ms.
Interestingly, peanut butter and jelly M&Ms. You know I have something of a history with peanut butter and jelly products on this channel. So in honor of one of my greatest pieces, we'll go back down the peanut butter and jelly consumer products rabbit hole just for old time's sake.
You know what, Gus? Let's entertain the people.
Thank you.